What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with breaking news hot off the press. Look like Browns quarterback Kenny Pickett just broke his silence about SHEDEUR Sanders. Guys, for this one here, we got to head all the way up to Cleveland. Let's get it. Let's go. Shake the haters off. And just like that, we're making another video because they just wrapped up day 2 of OTAs in Cleveland. And I'm here to tell you a lot was said to the media. Now, yesterday, we really didn't hear from the players because the media was not allowed to take part in day 1 of OTAs. Now, a lot of reports was coming out of Cleveland in regards to yesterday OTAs. And pretty much people kind of hearing through the grapevine how the reps went, how the order went. And I'm here to tell you guys today we got the answers. So Kevin Stanski, Browns head coach, had a lot to say about SHEDEUR. We're going to get to that a little later, but we have to talk about Kenny Pickett. Complete class act. Let it be known he's there to work. He's there to do what he got to do to make sure he take care of his spot. So at the end of the day, bruh, this is going to be a big-time competition for Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, Dylan Gabriel, and SHEDEUR Sanders. Just like the video I did right before this one, man, Cleveland media is already stating one of these quarterbacks is going to be leaving, bruh. It just is what it is. There's too many guys in this room, and it's just too much going on, guys. Now, we haven't got an update on Deshaun Watson either, taking part in OTAs. Now, before OTAs started, people were saying that Deshaun Watson was at the facility taking part in team drills, team events, and I'm here to tell you we have not seen any updates or heard anything about Deshaun Watson physically taking part in OTAs. I can almost guarantee you, confirm, I haven't heard nothing of the sort. Now, with all that being said, SHEDEUR Sanders getting these reps. This is day 2, and day 2, I'm hearing SHEDEUR Sanders was lowest man on the totem pole, just like he was yesterday. Now, Kevin Stanski stated there is no specific order in which they will be doing these quarterback drills. And I'm here to tell you, bro, that ain't the truth because there's clear case of order, bro. SHEDEUR Sanders is going in the order he was drafted in, bro, for the last 2 days. You can say what you want to say, dog, but we seeing, we hearing, and we're paying close attention until what is going on. With all that being said, I'm done talking. Let's check out what these players had to say. Roll the footage.
So, is it almost helping you learn, too, to have to be able to share with them?
Yeah, that's kind of the open dialogue thing that I was talking about earlier with Joe and all the quarterbacks. Just being in the film room, being able to talk through things. Same with SHEDEUR and Dylan on the side. If they ever have a question to ask me and talk through it, it helps me just as much as it helps them. So, yeah, it's a great working environment, you know, in that quarterback room.
Did it surprise you that they took 2 quarterbacks after the draft, after the trade?
I think the longer you play in the NFL, you just take everything in stride, man. You know, like I said, I have a job to do. I think everyone's focused on doing their job. So it's been, going really well so far.
You say you go ahead and you approach it like that you are the starter, but did it add any more extra motivation for you in your approach?
No, when you get locked in that mindset, nothing really, makes it, different, I don't think. You kind of just stick in that mode and continue to show up and work every day.
Have you felt the SHEDEUR sort of aura? He's all over, social media. There's a huge fan base for him. He's a celebrity. I mean, have you sort of felt that? And if so, what impact does that have on any of this?
I don't think much player-wise. SHEDEUR's an awesome guy, man. He's funny to be around. He's a great time every day in the quarterback room. We have a lot of laughs together, so it's been a lot of fun having him in the building.
Okay, with Joe, you mentioned he's like kind of like a coach.
Not a coach.
Not a coach.
Right.
But he's been vocal in the past about it's not my job to be a mentor to
No.
quarterbacks.
Nope.
But it happens naturally, and sometimes he feels like, he gets, we play gotcha with him on that. What do you make of that whole? Why is it such a big deal for a veteran quarterback to see themselves as a mentor or whatever that is?
Yeah, I don't really know how to answer that question. Like I said, it's open dialogue in the quarterback room where he's not a coach, but you have so much respect for his time in the NFL where you're asking questions. He'll ask you questions of what I saw when he was in there. It goes both ways, vice versa. So, not a coach. Not a coach, but he's an awesome guy to have in the room to really talk through this system that he's been in before, especially, and systems like it. So it's been good.
When you look back at those first couple of years in Pittsburgh, what are things that stand out? You say, okay, this is what I need to do better, and there's so much more room for me to grow.
I think continuing to pocket has been, really good for me. Having a chance in Philly to do it, and I work with the coaches here, continuing to get better there. Felt like late in games, I found ways to win games, which was always good to see. But continue just to grow as a quarterback in the system. You have to be in a system for a couple of years to really grow. I'm hoping I can have that here, where you just build a foundation with something and grow with it. So I'm just taking it a day at a time.
Can you just a couple more?
Deontay Johnson.
Who's out here? So we're very fortunate to have a group out here that really supports the community, and we're proud to be a part of it. So the Keepers Foundation is in year 2, and we're excited about the events we've had and the events that we have coming up. We have an event June 12th down at Truss that we're really excited about. So you'll hear more about that. But again, appreciative of D, Jimmy, JW, and Whitney allowing us to highlight this foundation. So with that, I'll take any questions.
Kevin, I know you said not to read too much into the practice order,
But you're not listening to me, right?
Yeah. But obviously we saw Kenny and Joe take the majority of the first team reps. I just want to ask, especially with Kenny, what's stood out to you about him as he's kind of joined this new team in the last couple of months?
Yeah, I'm really excited about what Kenny brings to the team. He's a guy that works extremely hard at his craft. I love the way he thinks about the game. He's very, very tough. So he's doing a nice job. As you can imagine, with quarterbacks or any position, we're throwing a lot at these guys, and I think he's handling it really well.
The added reps that you orchestrated in there, how do you think that went on?
I think good. I think it's day 2 for us, Tony, in doing it. So I think everybody understands where they're supposed to be and when they're supposed to be there. There's a little bit of directing traffic when you've got 2 drills going on at one time, but they've done a really nice job. The players and coaches making sure that we're practicing in a safe way. We're getting good looks for our guys to learn from on both sides of the ball, and not asking more than we need to of the guys physically.
Joe, when you're splitting them up like that, putting the rookies on one field and the vets on the other, when you go back and you're reviewing the practice film, are you grading any different versus the defensive players that they're actually going up against?
Yeah, not necessarily, Daryl. I think, listen, all of these reps, like we've talked about, are super valuable, whether you're getting the rep or not. If you're standing behind and you're getting the rep as it happens, or you're getting it in the meeting room, or you're doing VR, all of these reps add up. And with every position, they're being graded on every play. And there's a variety of things that they're being graded on, but obviously for the quarterback, decision-making, technique, accuracy, those type of things. But we love the opportunity with being out here on the practice field, being able to have 2 drills where we can maximize all the time that we're out here.
We coming. You should have seen by now. Coming. Yeah, they talking about it. We coming. They doubting us. We coming. They saying. We coming. They think it's a game. We coming. I don't give a damn what they say. You best believe. We coming.